One love to the humble, one love to the humble, one love to the humble. May grace and peace be multiplied unto you. I kept my head, just want to ramble. I don't have no structure, I have none of that. I'm just gonna ramble, and I'm just gonna talk about some things, different topics, because I see that in our community, we just not getting the picture. We just don't get it, and it's been a long time since we have gotten it. Some of us get it, most of us don't, and I don't think most of us will ever get it again. I just believe that black people has been brainwashed to the point of I think black people has been brainwashed to the point of no return for the most of us. You know, I just believe that. I also believe in the Bible, and I also believe in how if you look in the Bible, if you look at in the Old Testament, and you look at like the Israelites, half of them had to die off in order to get it right, so that the next generation could learn. They had to watch them struggle and go through all the hard times before they got it right. They had to go through 40 years before they figured it out that it didn't take 40 years. It only supposed to take like 10 to 15 days. But some people, I know most of us don't even follow that no more, the basic principles. And that's okay. Well, it ain't okay. But for the sake of this video, it's going to be okay. But I'm here to tell you, we need divine intervention in our communities right now. And a lot of people are washing their hands with the black community. They predicted that we'll be at the bottom of the list, that nobody will be talking to us or coming to us for anything after a while. That's what's gonna happen. We used to be like number two, meaning like way, way long time ago, it was white people, then black people, then everybody else. We had a voice. We People wanted to hear what we had to say. Our word meant something. But as we go along, our word is becoming less and less valuable. Us being in positions of power in politics is becoming less and less valuable. People don't want to deal with us anymore as a whole. People not listening to us. What we say, nobody cares anymore. And it's going to keep going to the point where we be non-existent. And we're the one race of people that cannot afford to be non-existent because we don't have anything established. We're not like the Asians who got things established. We don't build businesses as a culture. It's not a cultural thing for us to be business builders. Our cultural thing is government assistance. That's what we do culturally. That's what we are known to do. You're talking about black culture. No, we don't have a good culture. Our culture is screwed up, and culture is important. Like your job that you go to work at has a culture of what the way y'all do things there. Everywhere you go, there's a culture of how things are done. The black culture is bad. We do violence. We harm each other. We outcast each other. We talk down on each other when there's a disagreement. We don't do anything. Our culture is not to build things. Our culture is not to necessarily get along. Everybody don't get along. I know this. I'm not trying to say like everybody just gets along, but ours is detrimental. When we don't get along, people are gonna get hurt, and we're the ones who hurt doing the hurting. But it's funny when we do these things, but we at the same time we say, "Oh, it's white people doing it. White supremacy does this to me." Whenever by the time I look, I don't see a white person nowhere in sight. Then we say, "Oh, it's because of slavery did this." Slavery was 500 and some years ago, and how many people are alive today that was had anything to do with slavery? Nobody. Nobody knows what slavery was. They was in it today because we're so far removed from that. There's so many generations that has come since then. And my opinion is the problem we keep doing, we keep passing down bad information. We keep passing the information down over and over and over again. And every time we pass it down, the next generation pick it up. And they keep carrying that racial banner and the hatred for white people every generation. It's sickening to see because you know that ain't the problem. And that's what we keep blaming it on. And that ain't the problem. And how can you get them to switch when they're not going to switch because they firmly believe that they're right in having hatred because of something that happened that they was never a part of, and they don't know anybody that was ever in slavery or even close to slavery for that matter. We got we're not marrying no more. Relationships are not working. Um, People born out of so many out of wedlock births. It's just disaster in our community right now, and nobody seems to. The people that's trying, they trying, man, but it's not gonna work. Well, why you so hopeless, man? Look, man, if you can't get a person to change up here and to stop looking at everybody as an enemy or somebody or a threat, then you ain't gonna. It's nothing you gonna do, man. Well, not even up here. You gotta change what's in the heart first. And black people's heart is cold, dark, and negative towards the world, towards everything. And I think maybe they should go to another country to see how it is, see how hard it really is in other countries. You think you can go to Africa? You think it's gonna be so good? You don't know the rules over there. You don't even understand that culture. You're gonna go over there. You're gonna be begging to get back to this country. When you see how easy it is here compared to everywhere else. I'm telling you, man, the stuff you do here, you cannot do it in another country. You can lose your life in another country. In a country that you consider black country, you go over there and pull these stunts you pull right here, you find yourself dead, locked up. You talking about police brutality? Go to these other countries and try that and see what happens. Nobody ain't no police brutality only exists in the United States. It's a first world country problem or countries like the United States. What we do here is not what go on all over the world. Trust me. I've been over there. I know. You would survive. You wouldn't make it if you think you're gonna do this. You're gonna have that black attitude. Like you're gonna go in a restaurant, you're gonna go behind the counter and do what you wanna do and just talk to people kind of crazy. It's not gonna fly. You think the police in the United States bad? Go see the other countries and try that talking to them crazy. See where you find yourself at. Ain't nobody coming to help you. Ain't nobody gonna save you. Ain't no Republican, Democrats, and ain't none of that. It's gonna be bad for you. Ain't gonna be none of this like what you get here. People get, everybody get to have a voice, and ain't no voice. Ain't nobody gonna come bail you out. Ain't no support system. Ain't no protests and all that. It's a done deal. Protesting is a first world country problem. You go in most countries are not first world. Go across seas and try that over there and see how far you get. You're gonna be knocking the Americans' door down to come back. Don't fantasize about things. These black people got you fantasize about other countries that you don't know nothing about, and they ain't what you think it is, and they ain't going for what you think they're gonna go for. Ain't gonna be no like you come home holding hands like you just got home and oh your long lost family member. It ain't gonna be like that. We got abortion is through the roof, and women are proud of it. We don't have no male leadership. Men ain't leading women like they used to. These women need leadership. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know. Everything is on the. That's why they talk about divide because they say it's got to be divide because they don't have no women's feelings are moved by everything moved by their feelings, how they feel by the moment. It changes by the second. They're not like you as a man. Like you know how you steady. You kind of know in advance. They don't know what they're gonna feel like. They have no idea. If you ain't there to lead them and guide them, they look around and look how they living. Look at majority of the black women in our community. Look how they living. And you tell me that's thought through? It's not thought through. It's whatever feels good is what they're gonna do. And you as a man know that it don't matter how you feel. Feeling good ain't the way. It's not how you live through life. Because we was created to do different things. So we can't feel our way through life. We gotta know. They do the feelings. That's why we're supposed to come together so that their feelings and how we are come together and support each other. Because we don't have so much, we're not worried too much about feelings. They're not worried too much about logic. And we come together and that's what make it work. But right now we're at a crisis because we can't seem to get it figured out. Can't seem to come together. We've divided, more divided than we ever been before. And it looks like it's gonna keep getting worse. Propaganda is being spilled everywhere. And it's destroying relationships all over all races, but black people are gonna hurt them. It's gonna hurt them the most because we don't understand the concept of coming together and building. All we know how to do is tear each other down. I suggest you tell somebody how to become better, or else we're doomed. Or else we're doomed as a race. I think we're already there. I just think we're already doomed. I don't foresee the whole community making it. If you know what you're doing in life, you got your life in order. You're not buying into the whole racism stuff, and you know what's best. Keep moving. Don't attach yourself to that, man. Because that whole if I can round everybody up on the same wavelength as far as how you thinking, I can pull all of you down with one person. All I need is one person, and I can pull that whole group of people down. I can control everything they do because when you whoever can make you mad can control you. If I want to control the masses of people, all I gotta do is know how to make them angry. And then if they're already thinking on the same wavelength, meaning they don't think for themselves, they think by what they're told to think, then I got you. And that's a black community. Black community don't think for themselves. They think about what they somebody tells them to think. They're not gonna run it through that logical lens and see like, did this make any sense? They're not gonna do that. They're just gonna roll with it. Like this Carmelo case and all other cases similar, they skip over there's a lot of things that has to happen before you get to violence taking place amongst white and black. But they skip over that part and go right to the violence part. And a lot of times they don't know the details of the case. They don't understand. Like the child guy, I think his name Child, the one that shot the black kid. There's a lot of things that take place that they don't release to the public. But the good headline and every black lawyer that ain't never been to law school know all the details and can tell you why this happened. That's crazy to me. They don't understand the details and how the law is written and what's going down. They make it get really emotional and they make it about race. Everything's happening ain't about race. It's just sometimes things go down the way they do, and when you don't know the details, you look crazy. But the media bank on that. They bank on you not knowing. So what they do is they create a narrative. They create a title or story and give you parts of the information. They give you two sets of information, two parts, and they leave the gap in the middle because they know you're gonna fill that gap in with whatever's going on up here. And whatever's going on up here is what you're gonna see out there. If you're a person is a loving person, happy person, get along with everybody, that's what you're gonna see out here. If you're a person that's full of hatred, that can't stand this, hate that, then that's what you're gonna see out here. What's in here is what reflects your reality. What's in your heart is what you reflect in your reality. So if all you seeing is anger, fighting, problems, then your reality is that. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about you turn the news on and somebody got shot or you saw somebody fighting. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if your belief system is that it's always an opposition. It's always somebody against me. It's always this happened because of this reason. Or they don't give me this because I'm black. Or they wouldn't give me this because I'm black. They pull me over because I'm black. That's what you're gonna see. If that's what you got in your heart. So you gotta change your heart. But man, I suggest you say yourself and stop try getting involved with these people, man. Because I'm telling you, they don't care. And you can they'll be on your side 1 minute and they'll turn on you the next minute. As long as you stop agreeing with them, they no longer gonna be cool with you. And you should be able to be cool with people even if they don't have the same viewpoint as you. That should not change anything because we got different viewpoints. I got friends of mine that don't agree with everything I say, but they ain't got nothing to do with our friendship. We still cool. And it's good to have difference of opinions around you. You don't want everybody around you to think just like you, do everything the way you do. That's not an interesting life, and it doesn't challenge you as a human. If everybody agree with you all the time, nobody challenges your thoughts. Your thoughts should be challenged to make you go back and analyze it and make sure that you're on point. And people should question why you believe what you believe. You should welcome that. I don't mind getting into debates with people or having the hard conversations to make sure I'm in the right place. Make sure I'm not missing something by having somebody that don't agree with me speak back to me. Because it challenges me. And I need to be challenged. Everybody needs to be challenged on your thoughts. Because it could be wrong. If nobody's challenging your thoughts and let you just say what you want to say and agree with everything you say, you might not ever know when you did the wrong thing or you're doing the wrong thing. And we can't afford that. So I suggest that if you're gonna be with them, know that when they go down, you're going down. But I suggest you become an individual, think for yourself, move for yourself, and live for yourself. And stop this my people thing. My people are the people who was in my family, my blood family. That's my people. And I have some people that are not in my blood family, maybe like two that I consider my blood family. But all black people ain't my people. And it ain't because of no we don't agree. It ain't because of that. It's because I don't want to be brought down when I know that their only problem is because they're not trying and they've been brainwashed. That's why they're talking that way. And that's why they're looking at life through that lens. And that's why they can't succeed. It's easy out here today for anybody to come out here and do something. Because there ain't no limit to information. You can anything you ever wanted to create or start, you can do it. There ain't no reason for anybody to be broke. You might not be a millionaire, you might not be all of that, but being broke, being in poverty, ain't no need for that. It's too many avenues today. It's too well, many avenues been here, but it's too much information. Anything you ever wanted to do and start a business or whatever, if you can start it. You can change your life overnight. If you're in poverty tonight, in 2 months, you could be on your way out of poverty with a business plan, with a business. I'm talking about simple businesses, man. I was about to close this video. Let me tell you something about business. And black people need to hear this. No. Matter of fact, I'll make another video about that. I'm not gonna make this one about it. But we gotta change, man. We gotta change. And I know everybody's not gonna change, and I ain't trying to save everybody. This for those few who are tired. Come out of that situation. Stop teaming up with them. Stop being in that world. Change your life around. You don't have to stay mad, angry, upset. It's affecting your health. It's affecting your life. It's affecting everything you're doing. Get away from them. Get away from them. Start thinking for yourself. Y'all take care.